My indicator stick recently lost its headlight function, and today I'm going to change the stick and replace it with a new one. Let me show you what's happening on the outside. The indicator stick does turn on the pole lights but does not turn on the headlights anymore. First, what we're going to do is to remove the top and bottom plastic covers behind the steering wheel. First, I'm going to put in the key, unlock the steering lock, and turn the steering wheel to the left so that I can reveal the screw that is behind the steering wheel. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, I'm going to remove the screw. The process is actually quite simple and it doesn't require taking out the steering wheel. Now we can proceed to turn the steering wheel to the right to reveal another screw. Remove this screw and place it somewhere safe. And now we're going to head under the steering wheel to remove the last screw that is holding on to the bottom plastic cover. Okay, so now that all three screws are removed, we can proceed with pulling down the lower cover by the seams. With the lower cover removed, it's time to remove the upper cover by prying it out from the internal tabs that are holding it down. So I don't really have to remove the top cover completely, just enough to reveal the tab that is holding the indicator stick to its place. But before removing the indicator stick completely, we have to remove the wires that are connected to it, and we can do so by pressing down the connector and gently wriggle it back and forth until the connector comes off. Okay, so now we can remove the indicator stick from its housing. You might have to shift the top cover slightly to allow the indicator stick to come off. This is my new replacement part. I got it from an authorized dealer by simply quoting the vehicle VIN number, and they are able to get me the exact replacement part that I need for my vehicle. So comparing the new and the old part, both parts look pretty similar. You might notice there is a rubber band on my old indicator stick because I put it there to get it to work temporarily until I got my new replacement part. So we'll just have to go ahead and slide the indicator stick back to its position. Unfortunately, I can't do this with one hand, so I am just going to cut ahead to the part where I managed to slide in the indicator stick, and once the tab catches on, you should be able to hear a click, and now it is seated correctly in its position. Next, we will need to plug back the connector cable so that the indicator stick works. And now we are almost done with our repair. The steps from here on are simply to put back all the body panels that we have removed so far. So we start from the top cover. We click in the tabs of the top cover, followed by the bottom cover, and now before we screw on all the screws, I think it's a good opportunity to test out whether the indicator stick works. So yes, the main lights are coming on this time, and now we can proceed to return all the screws that we have taken out. Just to recap, we have taken out 3 screws. This is the one on the right hand side, and there's one on the left hand side, and not forgetting the last screw at the bottom of the steering rack. And with this, we have completed our replacement of the right hand side indicator stick. But just for the fun of it, let's take a look at why the old indicator stick failed to work in the first place. What you see here are the contacts for the pole light and the main headlight. The copper strip that I'm touching right now is the one for the main headlights, and they are way too loose. They no longer touch the contact points when the indicator stick is turned to switch on the main headlights. So with that, I have no way to repair this and would have to replace the entire indicator stick unit.